We are on now. I have learned that as soon as I hit that button, we are on. Even though we don't see it there, we are.
Yes, we are.
So.
We are on.
Happy birthday, Melina.
Yep. Melina's, 29?
29? How old are you, Melina?
29.
We also have Miranda's birthday is today, too.
Who's Miranda? Do I know Miranda?
You met her once.
She's 29 also.
She may be, I don't know how old she is. She's young. She looks young anyway. She may not be as young as she looks. So, anyway.
I'm as young as I look.
Especially with that thing going on right here. So, what are you doing for your birthday? I saw you went to dinner, Melina.
She went to dinner.
Yeah, she just did a video or did a live where she was getting this yummy looking dessert.
Yep.
That I'm not allowed to have for
Was
right
Jason
now.
with her?
Of course.
Oh, lucky Jason.
Of course. I know. Hopefully she shared some of her dessert.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Hopefully.
I don't know how many people are going to join us tonight because I forgot to bump the post, and I posted it like last week, so people have probably forgot.
Headed home now.
Went to dinner and headed home. Okay. Oh, Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie.
Bonnie made it.
Yay. Okay, well, good. Maybe a couple people will be on because, like I said, I forgot to boost the post until like an hour and a half ago, and I don't usually put it on the calendar for that far out, but I did this time. So, anyway, we'll go ahead and dive right in. Dwayne's tired and ready to go, so.
Yes, I am.
We couldn't eat all the dessert. What?
What?
That looked really good. That looked like a yummy dessert.
That's the best part.
I know, right?
You gotta pick the dessert out before the meal. That way you know how much room to save.
That's right. That's right. I show up when I'm the only one here, and y'all aren't. I know you always show up. We love you, Bonnie.
Oh,
You
Bonnie.
always show up. You are awesome. So it's June, right?
It is?
It is June.
June 4th?
We are in June.
Is it around the 4th?
We are in June.
Hello. June 4th?
I think so.
Oh.
I believe so. Yes.
June 4th.
And we just found out that iTunes is going away. What the heck?
Yes,
What
it
is
is.
that?
This is
Dave,
going to
guys.
transfer your music.
I don't know who
Your
Dave
music
is.
will be transferred
You're cracking me up, Bonnie. It'll be transferred to what?
to their new stuff.
Oh, it will? Well,
I
they
think
didn't
that's
say
what-
that. All they said was
no,
iTunes
you
is
didn't
going
stick
away.
around for it.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't over.
Well, I do Apple Music anyway, but I still have a lot of songs that I've saved on iTunes from a long time. Duane got his ears lowered.
Is that what it is? They are lowered, ain't they? I look like I got ears now.
No, you look like
You look cool.
Colonel.
Look at that. Get stashed.
So it's June. You're so funny. It's June. We're going to say that one more time. And I don't know if you guys if y'all got to see Tom's video and him talking a little bit about how June and July we're going to be talking about freedom and independence, which just kind of correlates with owning your own business. Woolly Booger is partly gone, just partly. I actually like more of this than just this. I have never just liked just this.
I know, but this is cool though.
No, it's not.
Especially when it gets down to here.
Yeah, right. Okay, then you can.
I can do like this.
And then, yeah, you'll be sleeping in another room, so just FYI. Notice I didn't say I would sleep in another room. You could sleep in another room.
That's all right. Me and Bucky, we'll go
There
sleep
you
in
go.
another room.
Oh, don't tell him it looks good, Bonnie. I'm just teasing. Okay, so anyway, June and July. So I'm not sure what all Pink Zebra has in store. Hey, Marty. For us during June and July, but apparently they are really going to be helping to push us with the recruiting and sponsoring and whatnot. So I'm sure there's a lot more to come. I know they've asked for videos, and so people submitted videos about, what was it? What freedom does owning your own business or Pink Zebra mean to you? And I submitted my little video. They actually did that one yesterday.
Aww.
So I don't know. Jason wants a ZZ Top beer. No, just no. Hello, Ellen. Or is it Ellen Sue?
Ellen Sue.
Do you go by Ellen Sue or just Ellen? So anyway, so let's just kind of watch for what they do. And, oh, that's right. Rhonda's has her surgery. But let's just watch for what Pink Zebra does. And then obviously we want to, to really work on sponsoring or recruiting during the month of June and July. He wants to see if we can get 2,500 new business partners,
Oh yeah.
new sponsors.
I tried.
When? Today?
No, the other day.
Oh. When you say that, like,
Well, I
so
mean,
sad.
some guys at work, blah blah blah. They're like, "Oh, my wife does this. You don't really buy that kind of stuff." Like, what?
I always
Your
love
wife-
your stories. Hi,
what?
Sari.
I know. It's like,
I always
you
love
gotta
your
be kidding
stories.
me.
Yeah, well, you just never know. You just have to keep on talking about it to the people that want to hear about it. And those guys probably don't want to hear about it because you talk about it all the time. So who knows? But
Well, I talk about the trips we go on, the vacations we get to take.
yeah, that's the cool stuff.
Reunion, traveling to go to reunion, rallies,
Mhm.
not sitting around the house.
Yeah.
And you would think they would want to kind of join in.
You know,
but
some people just don't. Hi, Cindy.
they don't.
Some people just don't. Dottie had posted
Hi,
today
Cindy.
in one of the groups it was a good video on recruiting, and so anything that you guys have for recruiting tips or things that can help people recruit, definitely share them in the group. And I think a lot of us, like in my situation, I have learned that if I have someone that I'm talking to and they mention that they're thinking about joining the business, I don't immediately start bombarding them with information about Pink Zebra. I ask them more questions about themselves. Well, tell me what interests you and what are you looking to do, and get them talking, and then you can insert where you can help them out. My challenge is getting the people to talk to. I'm in all the networking groups, and I get great sales out of them, and I even get some opportunity for recruiting. But I definitely, it's an everyday thing. I mean, it's something that we've all got to kind of be cognizant of and work on. Some people are really good at doing YouTube videos. Some people are really good at just doing, I don't know, different things. So anything that you can maybe offer to help all of us,
Yes.
share what your tips are, because we could all use recruiting tips. I think recruiting can be one of the biggest challenges
Yes,
that we
can.
have.
Yep.
So, but $2,500, 2,500 people for
That's our-
June and July is our goal.
So
2,500
2 months.
new people.
We have 2 months to get 2,500.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 2 apiece, y'all.
2 apiece.
2 apiece. That's not.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Not
The boat
tough.
you buy, the truck you buy. You'd think they would want to jump on board with all that.
You would think.
Yeah. Lots of good stuff. I know, right, Bonnie? Maybe you should talk to these guys
Yeah,
because they're missing the boat.
they are. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
But you've had other people that have, like, wives have come around and contacted me, and I mean, you've had some success. So don't completely stop doing it. It's just like you said. It's just sharing the lifestyle and the things that we get out of it. And
I mean, I guess I don't really understand why. This one wife, she doesn't work.
Mhm.
She takes care of her mom, she's elderly.
that's a
And so
lot.
I thought, well, this could be something she could do to make a little money. I mean, while she's sitting there with mom, she could be doing something on the laptop.
Right. But she just may not want to, or
Well,
maybe he
that's true.
doesn't
She
want her
just
to.
does not want to.
It's I mean, I hate to say this, but there are men out there that don't want their wives
Making more
associating
money
with
than
other people. Well, no, that may be too, but
but
I mean, there are some men that
keeping
don't,
them barefooted and pregnant.
or they just don't want them socializing with other people because they might get smart and leave them. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I'm sorry I said that. That was horrible. No, there was something else I was going to share though about the whole recruiting and talking to people. Oh, I know. So over the course of the last few weeks, one of the questions that I do a ton, y'all know I do a ton of research. I'm constantly watching videos from different people that are talking about direct sales or sales 101 or recruiting or, whatever. I talk to a whole lot of different people, or not talk to, but I watch a whole lot of different people. I read a bunch of information. And one of the things that kept coming back to me was, who is your target market? Like, who is your target audience? And everybody everybody can have a different target market, right?
Yep.
And I realized I needed to zero and hone in on my target market. So obviously, moms that want to stay home with their kids is definitely a big pink zebra target market. I mean, that's obvious. Because they want to stay home with their kids and still make a little bit of extra money and hopefully, still be associating with other people and that sort of thing. But the other target market that I have realized are the people like me that are not too far away from retirement age. That I like in my other job when I was in hotel sales, I didn't have any kind of what do you call it, pension, or I didn't have anything except for the little bit of 401k that I had put aside for several years. And so when I got to thinking about, gosh, what am I going to do when I'm 60 or 65, whatever the age is now, I was thinking, well, I'm going to have to keep working. And then, of course, I kind of want to keep working. My mother, still to this day, she turns 80 this year, and she still technically works. I mean, she's not, she doesn't have a job, like a job that she goes to, but she's very busy and works with, and with realtors and all that kind of thing. So I realized that, people like me are who I need to focus on. So it's people that are wanting to quit working the corporate 9 to 5 because you want more freedom.
Well, that's the people you relate to more.
Well, sure, but that is a huge market that I've never really thought about going after, and that's who I am. So that's why I guess I'm sharing that, because if you've never thought about those people that are around you, that maybe they're in their late 40s, early mid 50s, and you hear them talking about, well, someday I'd like to retire, but at this point, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, you should look at direct sales and share that Forbes article that I posted the other day that
well, see, that could be the
Alcee Duke shared with us.
That could be the same argument for someone young.
Well, absolutely.
Start this now.
Yeah, whatever.
You don't really have to rush. Just start now, get involved, learn it, and then over the course of however long, you can make this your business and retire early.
That's a great point. But I think in this situation, like I was trying to find a niche so that, because sometimes when you're your own boss and you sit down to work for the day, it's like, I know kind of what I want to get done, but my brain is going all over the place. So if I have a target that I'm going to look for people that do this, this, and this, then that helps me hone in and focus. Does that make sense?
Yep. Well, you've worked from home, so you have the focus to do this from home because you've had the focus from your job to come up here and close the door and work.
Right.
I would be all over the place.
Right. Yes, you would.
That's
why I don't even get laundry done during the day.
Yeah, she doesn't even get. I have to call her and ask her if she can take something out of the freezer, and she goes, "Well, can it wait?" And I was like, "Well, I'll be home in an hour. I guess you can wait till I get there." I mean, but we do want to eat dinner tonight. I hope.
But I'm very focused when I'm working.
Very focused.
Yeah, and I don't get sidetracked because
there's
so many things that can happen. There's so many things that can happen at my office. So hi, Lacey. Anyway, okay, not everyone wants to make extra money, but a girlfriend time or a chance to meet new people may appeal to them. Absolutely. So, and that's a whole nother target market. I mean, if you think about it, especially people that are doing it for that reason. I mean, those are the people that you want to share, what you're doing with.
Some people just want a girls' night, and I guess that's what
we have several people, and I love that.
Glasses, so I can't see what you said, but. Even our home parties, we get people at our home parties that they come we always have quite a few people come to our home parties, and some of them won't even know.
It's a meeting. We're working.
Oh, home meeting.
Okay.
But
yeah, they come and some of them come
just hang out.
Yeah, which we love that. We don't care. They're dabbling at the business. It's a hobby.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Right.
I mean, we want everybody to, and I love hobbyists because they're having fun and
they get to learn, they get to hang out, social with us, and it's a lot of fun. Big party. Big meeting.
It's a meeting. In fact, we're having one next week.
I know.
Why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
What?
This next Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta work late.
No, you don't.
What?
You don't either.
Honey, they just told me.
No, you're lying. You love these meetings.
We have people
Hi,
that
Penny.
come from a long ways.
Penny Bokikio. I love your last name. Yeah, we do. We have people that come from a long way, so we enjoy these meetings. I really do. I always feel like we
love their
learn
commitment because they drive like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It seems like
Natasha will
close to
drive.
that.
Natasha lives
Natasha
in.
too, also, yeah.
She lives an hour and a half away, but she works in Conroe, which is another hour the other direction.
Yeah.
So she drives all the way to Conroe to go to work in the morning, and then she
that's a long
comes
way.
here, and then she
Yeah.
gotta love it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, one other thing before I go into what we were going to talk about tonight is Canadian Corner. Tom talked about having a consultant corner for our Canadian consultants, which is awesome. It'll be geared towards the Canadian consultants. They will be adding the Canadian consultants into that group, and then once they're added in, hi Susan. Once they're added in, then they can add their upline into that group, even if they're from the U.S., just so that everybody kind of knows what's going on. But it's going to be specifically geared towards the Canadian consultants because they do things a lot different. Shipping is, there's just so many things that are different. So that'll be really good.
Yeah.
That'll be amazing.
Yep.
So, okay, so tonight I was going to talk about just some sales tips.
Awesome.
It's always, I know, that's our theme for the month of June is sales.
And recruiting.
Well, recruiting now because of Tom, but I originally, I set the whole year in January. Yeah, me and my goals.
Oh, yeah?
I set these goals. And so June was sales tips. Sales.
Yes, good.
And it's because in June, typically, people are busy.
Yep.
That's when vacations start.
Vacations,
Kids are out of school. Lots of stuff
seem
going
to
on.
Change.
And it gets a little quiet. It gets a little slow.
Well, while you're at the pool with kids, pull out the old samples.
You can do that if you want. Or
You have an order?
or you don't have to do that. I mean, you can definitely.
Or your pink zebra stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Take your little. I don't have my pink zebra cup, but take your big old water cup that's got pink zebra all over it, or maybe your if you've been on an incentive trip, take one of your big old towels with all the bright colors on it and anything to strike up that conversation, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, okay, that's sales tip number 1 from Duane.
Oh,
That was
okay.
all you.
You're welcome.
Yay. Okay, so the very first one I had was to dedicate time to connect with new leads, potential customers, and past customers. And when I say dedicate time, what I mean is you're going to specifically mark off in your calendar, just like you would an appointment that you were going to the doctor or to get your nails done, and you're going to mark off that time in the calendar. So if at 2 o'clock on Wednesday, well, let's say 1 o'clock. If at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, you're going to work on these phone calls, messages, emails, whatever it is you do, you're going to mark it in your calendar so that you don't let anything come in the way of that. Because if you don't do that, and I've been in sales for so many years, y'all, I know that if you don't do that, the day's going to go by and you're going to be like, oh, shoot, I didn't get that done. I mean, it's just going to happen. So, I mean, you have to put it in your calendar just like a regular appointment, right?
Yes.
Does it make sense?
Yes, and stay on top of it because next thing you know, you're going to be late or working late, and you're going to be like, "Hey, I'm doing this late." Blah blah
Exactly.
blah. But if you stick with your schedule,
Well, so
then you're not running into.
when I was in the hotel business, there was one time when I had this boss who was ridiculous, but whatever, and we had to make it was how many was it? 50, I think it was 50 calls a week. And he said, I don't care how you do it. You can break it up to 10 a day, you do whatever you want. Well, I would always end up, because I didn't put it on my calendar, getting to Friday going, oh, I haven't made my 50 calls. And we had to turn in this worksheet. It was so ridiculous, but whatever. That's just what we did. So I would be like frantic on either Thursday or Friday trying to get all my 50 in. And it wasn't until I took a course from day planner, day timer. It was something I took from, I think, a day timer. It was so long ago, y'all. I don't even want to say when because it will date me even worse. But they talked about how you have to make it as an appointment. And so once I started doing that, I decided I didn't want to do 10 a day because I didn't want to be doing that every day. So instead, I did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I broke it down. I think it was like 10, 15, 15 or something, whatever. But I scheduled myself an appointment and I got them done. So, and then if you miss one day, you just have to like immediately go and put it on another day. So, anyway, that's my advice, is to dedicate that time. Dedicate your time for follow-up calls, for making your thank you notes. If you write it in on your calendar as an appointment and you block off a period of time, maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, whatever it is, you are much more likely to get that done because you have dedicated that time to it in a specific
But
amount of
most
time.
people don't work off a calendar.
What do they work off of?
They don't have a calendar.
I bet they do.
Not
How
most
many of
people.
y'all have a calendar?
Most people don't have a calendar.
Most people that are in business like this or that own their own business work off some sort of calendar. You're just different because you're a plumber. But you work off of a calendar. You know that you have to be there at 7 and you leave at 3.
That's
and
a
you
time
take
clock.
lunch at 11.
That's a time
Okay,
clock.
well, those are your
Not a
times.
calendar.
I have to write it on my calendar. Exactly. I guarantee you most everybody in this group works off of some sort of calendar.
Huh.
Yeah, that's true, because I have to make his appointments even on my phone because he won't. Paper calendar with I use my phone calendar. Yeah, me too. I typically use my phone calendar to put things, and then I'll go write it in my major planner user here.
Wow.
Yeah, calendar is my life. Yes, calendar. I have to have one.
Wow.
So see, you're just behind the times. No, but seriously, we all have our calendars. So if we do that, we will have a much bigger success.
I guess you're my calendar.
I am your calendar.
Okay.
But we'll have a much bigger success that way. So, okay. The second one is to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, your product, because if you don't, then they're certainly not going to, right? When I first started doing this, I absolutely believed in how much I loved the sprinkles, but what I didn't believe in was the fact that it was a legit business. It took me a while because people would say, well, what exactly is that? And I was like, well, it's a direct sales business. And I would immediately like knock it down a few, whatever, by just saying it, because I didn't believe in direct sales being a real business. But now obviously that has changed and I 100% believe it. And again, I'm going to mention that Forbes article. I don't know. I'm going to post it in Peeps, but Alcee Duke posted a Forbes article yesterday.
Yep.
That was so good, and it was all about direct sales.
How come I didn't see it?
Because you don't take the time to read.
Huh.
But anyway, so know the benefits of why your product can help somebody, and why you're the one that they should work with. Obviously, I do little things like I don't make an announcement that I give all my customers bulbs when their burners go out. But as soon as somebody calls me and says, do you all sell bulbs? How do I need to get my hands on? I'm like, that's on me. I appreciate your business, and this is just my little way of saying thank you. So just little things like that make people go, oh, well, she gives free bulbs. She didn't want to put it on your calendar to do. Right? She didn't put it on your calendar. That's right. I get it now, what she's saying. You didn't read it because I didn't put it on your calendar. That's exactly right.
Oh, gotcha.
So, but so you guys know all of this. Have good customer service and absolutely believe in what you're doing and what your product is, and be proud of it. I mean, we have a really awesome product, and we have a even more awesome company that does. We help single moms with financial daycare situations. We help people, or we help Autism Speaks. I mean, we do a lot of good things.
Yes.
And a lot of people their lives have changed, whether it's just paying a bill or bigger things. So we should be very proud of what we
Like
do.
the Hanners. Ain't that her name?
Beth Hanner, is that who you're talking about in Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're in
yeah,
Disney.
they're in Disney. It's all a Pink Zebra thing. We do have
I
the
never
best
called her
one.
Hanner.
No, I know that sounds
Okay,
weird.
Beth and family
Beth and family.
are in Disney right now.
Yeah. Yes, I give Wix as well. Absolutely. I love doing all of that. But anyway, just believe in yourself. Absolutely believe in yourself, because, I mean, you're here and you're amazing. So And if somebody doesn't tell you that every day, let me know and I will. Okay? The third one is...
And you can, if you work hard, you get rewarded with incentive trips or laptops.
Right. Well, there's all kinds of incentives.
We haven't been on since incentive trip.
We on what?
We haven't been on this since the incentive trip, have we?
Oh, I don't think we have. Yeah, I don't think we have. But we posted so many pictures, everybody knows all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the third thing is to take time to engage with your customer. I was kind of going into this when I was talking about recruiting, but you know, we a lot of times, and I notice this with other people too, that when somebody says, "So what do you do?" and then they just go whoo with their whole spiel, and then the next thing you know, they've been talking for. In fact, I don't know if I shared this with you guys already, but so I do these one-on-one. This is off. That's not off topic, but I do these one-on-ones with people in my networking group because that's really the best way to get to know people. And there was this one girl, I swear, we were there for over an hour. We left and she knows nothing about me. She didn't take a breath to ask me a single question. And I learn more from those experiences, I think, than I do from anything else, because I realized that, I mean, she didn't ask me a thing. I mean, not a thing. It was all about her business, all about what she does, all about her family, all about her kids.
Wow.
It was crazy. And I got up and I left and I'm like, well, that was really uncomfortable because, I mean, that was weird. I mean, it was just so weird. And then 2 days later, she has the audacity to send me a text to say, "Hey, it was great talking with you. Let me know if you want any more videos on my product." And I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it." I mean, she couldn't even read my signal. So my point is, listen to people, engage with people, get them to do the talking. I don't know if you guys have all heard this, but people like to talk, and especially about themselves. And so many times, if you will just let them do that, they will walk.
That's what she did.
She talked. I didn't.
She talked. You let her talk.
Exactly, because I couldn't get a word in edgewise. But she loved me. She thought I was awesome, and it's because she didn't talk. She didn't let me talk. My point is, you're getting me thrown off. My point is that people love to talk about themselves, and if you let them, they will walk away from that meeting thinking you're awesome. They don't, I mean, it's like they automatically, it's
right.
Like, wow, she's so nice. She, well, they don't even
You
realize.
sat there and listened to me for an hour.
Well, but she didn't see it that way. But anyway, engage with people, right? Does that make sense? I kind of got a little bit all over the place on that one.
Yeah,
but
because if I'm, well, I guess it's different, but people that talk a lot and want to talk about themselves,
you stop engaging.
Well, yeah, I don't.
Me too.
I'm not walking over there because all he's going to tell me is about what he did last weekend.
Right. Yeah, people stop engaging. And
talk.
You don't want to walk into a meeting or an event where there's other people that sell stuff and then all of a sudden you notice people are scampering away because it's like they see you coming. They're like, oh, God. So, yeah, listen to them. Let them do the talking. And you will hear cues that will make you go, oh, this person needs to hear a little bit about this. And you'll find ways to say, well, you mentioned that you were really looking for, an opportunity to travel, and I should tell you about my business sometime. Let me know if you're interested, and I'd be happy to share it with you. Don't shove it on them, but just open up the opportunity and let them take it, because they will if they're really interested. But anyway, that's the biggest thing, I think, is just to engage with the customer. The customer wants to feel important. And I tell you, that day that I met that one girl, I didn't feel important, and I would not buy a thing for. She was selling 2 different things. I wouldn't buy either one of them. So, hi, Patricia. My internet connection's not good today. I don't know. I've even noticed ours is spinning, so it may just be one of those things that's going on. But that's okay. Let's see what else. I said, have your catalog or your info handy when you're out and about. I have found, and I have not been good at this all the time, but I am much better now. I have actually a friend of mine in the business actually gave me this cute little bag, and I carry it with me, and it's always got some catalogs and some samples in it. But I wasn't always really good about that. And so somebody would say, oh yeah, you know what, I would love to see one of your catalogs. And I'd be like, I'm going to get one to you. But just, have it handy and have a few samples handy. And I mean, I wouldn't be just handing it out to anybody, whether they ask for it or not. But if somebody's interested in it, then absolutely, that's when you want to make sure to have one handy. So, so I talked about the huge market to target. And those were just some of the tips. Sales to me is, it's all about relationships. And I say this a lot. I feel like I'm a broken record with you guys, but sales is all about relationships, and people are going to buy from people that they like. And so you may connect with somebody a couple of times before they ever buy from you, and that's okay. Yep. I mean, you want to keep that connection going. Whatever the business is, but am I boring you?
No, I took a Benadryl. It's making me sleepy.
Oh, bless your heart. I'm sorry. And I mean that nicely when I say bless your heart. Sometimes I mean it like bless your heart, but I meant that in a nice way.
Is that like good for you?
Good for you. So anyway, but we are all salespeople, because I know sometimes, I remember I used to say it when I was in the hotel business. I hate salespeople. But there's a difference in salespeople and relationship builders. We are all in the business to build relationships so that we have customers and so that we get recruits.
Okay, so what you're saying is you need to keep getting in front of these people.
Yeah, you want to get to know them, and yeah.
So if you're told no once, or someone doesn't act interested, that doesn't stop you.
Well, no, I'm not there to. Okay, so that's the other. Okay, that's a very good point. If you go into this with an agenda, it'd be like me walking into, let's say, one of my networking meetings, and my agenda is I'm going to close 2 people. I'm going to get 2 people to buy from me today. Well, that's not going to work. I mean, maybe it does for some people, but it doesn't for me, because then it's just awkward and people are going to run from me the next time I walk into the room. But instead, I'm going to find 2 people that I've never talked to before, and that's who I'm going to sit by, and that's who I'm going to try to get to know, and that's who I'm going to ask, let's go have coffee sometime. I'd love to get to know more about you and what you do. Be interested in what they're doing so that they will be drawn also to you. And it's just a natural thing. It's not, I literally do not go into it thinking, I'm going to sell today. I'm going to, I'm just building relationships because I know that eventually these relationships. So the next
time you see this person, you can say hi to them.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah. And how was that vacation you guys were going to go on?
Right.
I mean, you've got something tangible that you can really talk about, and you're sincere because you've made a new friend or a new connection. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you know what, y'all, the years that I was in sales in the hotel business, it was the exact same way. We were forced to make cold calls, but it never worked like that. It never worked like that. I used to tell my bosses, these people think I'm crazy. I'm calling up going, yes, do you book any meeting? I mean, it was.
Well, it's like every week our sales guy comes to our office. We talk to him daily.
Right.
But every Tuesday, or whatever day of the week it is, he's there.
Yeah. That's
every week. He's there every week.
And y'all have, what do you call it? You trust the guy.
They used to bring donuts and stuff. They don't do that anymore.
But you trust the guy now, just because you see him all the time. You know he's going to be there for you. If you need something, you know he's going to be there. Right?
Well,
then why does he show up?
Because that's his job. He's
there
that's
different.
Once a week,
so he's not,
every week at the same time.
But is he trying to get to know you?
He's building a relationship with us.
Okay.
He wants us to like him.
Okay.
It's our decision if we want to like him or not.
Right.
And if he doesn't do his job, then sometimes we're forced to go elsewhere.
Right.
But if you stay in touch with these people and respond in a timely manner and treat them like a customer,
right?
Once they become a customer, and then we have salespeople that we love.
Right.
We have some salespeople that.
So what do you think you love about them? I'm just curious. I mean, it's kind of a random.
Well, the old sales guy took real good care of us. We liked that. He would take real good care of us. This man retired. Since then, we've gotten several, and we've actually changed companies because the one since then doesn't give us the personal attention that we like.
Right. He's not building a relationship. He's just
He's
in there.
trying to build a
he's
relationship.
getting in there to get your business.
That's it.
He has a tactic, and it's not working. You go, Duane. Go ahead. Right. But to me, that falls right in line because once I started taking these people to lunch or stopping by. That's called sucking up. Exactly. That was kind of what I was trying to get him to say, but he wouldn't say it.
They don't take care of us.
Because they don't care. They're looking at the bottom line. They just want to make a sell.
Yes.
And that's not how you do it.
Most of the time, the sales are not good.
Right.
Because there's other people involved. Once the sale happens, you get other people involved.
Right.
And we have a lot of problems because of the guy that's coming to us is not taking care of his portion of it.
Right.
He's passing it on to other people because now he made the sale, now it pushes to them, but they constantly are screwing up our orders.
Well,
constantly.
I had that same, because I was turning it over to a different group and whatever. But in our situation, I guess it's kind of like that because, that's where we depend on our home office to ship things out in a timely manner. And if something goes wrong, then we have to be the one to jump in there and make sure that it gets corrected and fix it. And so it doesn't matter where you are or what you're doing or what you're selling. It's the same. Yes. It's the same everywhere. And it's all about if you make people feel important and you get to know people and you are sincere about it and you don't just go in with the angle that you want to sell something. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So
respond properly, treat them properly.
Yes.
Don't blame something on them or blame it on somebody else.
Don't ever do that.
Let me take care of this for you.
Right. Yes. Customer's always right.
This is my job.
Right.
I'm not just the salesperson.
Right.
I'm the person that takes care of.
So, but I'm thinking everybody here knows all about what we're talking about, right? I think they all do. So, anyway, so like I said, there aren't a whole lot of things that, you really have to do in sales except for, don't go in with a preconceived notion. Make sure you're building some relationships. Make sure you're engaging and making people feel important. And then dedicate time to actually following up with people and contacting new people that have expressed an interest. And, and things will be good. Things will keep on rocking for you. Customer service is a lost art in the real world. That is the truth, man.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what has happened, but it's... Actually, I guess it's because it's also automated, and it's true. So when we provide good customer service, it's like those guys that are coming out that are really making you feel important. That's excellent customer service. Excellent customer service. And that's what, I like talking to humans when I call. Me too, Bonnie, me too. Drives me crazy when I can't get a human on the line. In fact, I'm usually yelling at the recording saying, I want to speak to someone.
I've been getting a lot of recordings asking me questions.
What do you mean?
They'll call and they say, you're on recorded line, we're recording this, blah, blah, blah. And they'll start asking me questions, and I'm like, I'm not interested in this. And they pause for a second, and then you could tell it's like, oh. And then they'll say something, it's like, I gotta go.
That's just
I've been getting a lot of...
Yeah. People
it's
need
like
to
I'm
understand.
talking to a machine on the phone.
Cold calling, it just doesn't work. You gotta have a reason to make that phone call. Y'all, tell me if I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, my old boss used to tell me that cold calling was still a thing, and I swore up and down it was not. But if I'm wrong, I will say I'm wrong. If there's a way to do cold calling, tell me.
You gotta...
it's even on social media. I've noticed that people like Instagram or the Facebook business page, when they comment on a post, I always comment back. That to me is, that's just what you do. And sometimes it engages a conversation. So it's the same thing, whether you're meeting people.
But that's not really a cold call.
No, it's not. But that's why I'm saying cold calls.
They've approached you first.
Well, right, right. Or I may comment on their page.
Yeah.
I may say something about their page,
Well, that's
So,
that's
yeah, 'cause she thinks I'm right. Man, I'm telling you guys, we used to have to do some of the silliest things. So I love being my own boss because I'm like, I ain't doing that. I'll do what works, and then that is making people feel important and making people know that they can trust me and rely on me, and they're going to tell their friends, and referrals start to happen. I mean, if you're doing the follow up, that's what tends to be the part that we forget or that we don't get done, is setting aside that time to do the follow up. But if you're doing the follow up, things will keep clicking along. I mean, it just will. It may get slow, but
do any kind of follow up. Any kind of follow up is better than no follow up.
Absolutely.
I mean, a text,
anything,
yeah, just to respond.
Text, email, message on Facebook,
email, text,
if they
Facebook,
like phone calls, because I have some people that I know they like the phone call. I will pick up the phone and call them.
Yes.
So yeah, you try to
learn your customer.
Yeah.
What they like.
I get excited about that kind of stuff because I love to be able to engage with people, and when they are, when they engage back, that's when it's really cool.
Yep.
So it's really cool. All right.
Yep.
Went to a new dentist the other day because I had broken a filling. One lady set me off because of her attitude. I was shaking because I was so mad. Oh, wow. I'd gotten written up for attitudes like hers. Yeah, people are they just don't get in any trouble, I guess, anymore. And they don't care. They don't care, but we care. And that's why businesses like ours, these direct sales businesses, these small businesses, these mom and pop stores, these things are going to continue popping up again more and more because people are looking for good customer service. We will go out of our way to a small, like we go shop at that R&D Rustics because it's a family-owned operation. It's a small little business. Yeah. We'll go out of our way to some of these little restaurants and places, and I don't go to big box stores anymore. I buy from the small boutiques in the area or other people that are also in direct sales because that's what we want, good customer service. Everybody's wanting it, and so that's why we need to take advantage of this really prime opportunity that people are sick of the bad customer service and make sure we're providing good customer service and being there for these people. Because, I mean, I think that this is going to be the way it goes for the future. People are going to want to have their small businesses, and that's the way people are going to want to buy from small business owners. Mm-hmm. I don't like big box stores at all. She asked me if she could make
a lot of,
you
said, what was it, Toys R Us?
Bonnie, I love you.
Toys R Us closed because of online shopping.
Yeah.
So
exactly. I mean, yeah, and it's funny because Amazon is just awesome. Their customer service niche is they have everything you could possibly be looking for, and then they get it to you fast. So, and wasn't Tom's big hairy goal to be able to eventually get our shipping as fast?
Amazon, everything Amazon ships doesn't all come from Amazon. It could come from wherever they're getting it from.
Yeah.
So,
but you can still get it next day.
It's like a bunch of people in an Amazon network. So if you're looking for this product,
but look at us.
You go through Amazon, but Amazon is going to say, okay, Joe, you have it. You ship it to them.
Right.
And so it's just awesome.
Right. But that's their customer service niche, is that they can get it to you quickly.
They
have everything.
They've grown into that. But they have, that's everything, not just sprinkles.
But we are. I mean, we are in an awesome situation. And didn't Tom say that at one point, that he wants us to be as fast as Amazon?
He talked about something like Amazon.
Yeah.
So satellite locations or something.
Yeah. So maybe one day we'll find out at Reunion, right?
Yeah. Reunion. When is that?
That's next month.
Oh my God.
I know.
Like end of the month?
No, it's like middle of the month this time, which really thrills me because that means we get a jump on fall parties. I've already got one booked for August. I'm really excited. My 6-year-old niece has started selling bath bombs and body scrubs. She's going to donate part to a program, kind of the backpack. Oh, that is so cool. I love that. See, selling in a little boutique. I'm telling you, that's the way of the future, y'all. I'm telling you. Yeah. It's going to be direct sales, small boutiques. The hard thing about, like, I wouldn't start up a small boutique because there's two things. I have a really good friend who opened her first little shop, Candace. she opened her first little shop, and it's a little boutique. She sells clothing and jewelry and shoes and purses, and it's adorable. She had to pay a big bunch of money because it is a brick and mortar building, and she works every day. She's closed on Sundays because she can, but she works every day. Why did that pop up? I hope this isn't freezing on you guys.
Well, yeah, because she has.
It's a small business. She
Yeah,
can't
rent.
afford employees.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would much rather do what we do.
Yeah.
We can work from anywhere. I mean, it's just, direct sales is the way to go, man.
Yep.
2020 reunion is close to me again. I wasn't able to go this year. Now I understand. But yeah, it's like 6 weeks away, maybe. Is that right? Yeah, it's about it's like 6 weeks away. It's exciting. So this morning, just one last thing, and then we're going to go ahead and close for the evening. But this morning I listened to a lady named Samantha English. I don't know if anybody's heard of her, but she does a lot of, I forget exactly what she does, but she ends up doing a lot of the marketing, and she has a connection or relationship with Facebook and Instagram, and she trains and she shares a lot of when they do changes and things like that. And man, look at all these notes. I took 2 pages front and back of notes of things that are going to be happening on Facebook and Instagram, and just the bottom line of this, it's all about the algorithms and how they're going to be changing again, and that your organic reach, which is what we tend to with our pretty pictures and our videos and all that kind of stuff, the organic reach is going to fall back again. And so the key is going to be to really create more meaningful posts. In other words, when you create a post, if somebody just likes it, it really isn't going to do anything for you. But if somebody takes the time to click the heart or the wow face or make a comment, that's what you're striving for, because that's when the algorithms are going to pick up a little bit more. So you want to create meaningful posts, because it'll show Facebook or Instagram that it's more valued, and so they'll show it to more people. And then she also talked about replying to all your comments on your posts. So, because it shows Facebook that you are engaging with your followers. So if you have a Facebook business page or an Instagram page and anybody is commenting, be sure you're commenting on their comments, because you want to show Facebook and Instagram that you are interacting and engaging. She says you're going to want to avoid calls to action, because, like, for example, when you say, click below, or I'm doing this contest, or posting your website, for them to click and go to the next, to your website, to avoid that, because you're going to have reduced organic reach that way. And she says, don't be tempted to boost your posts. But then she goes into a little bit later talking about how email lists are going to be the way that you're going to want to capture people's information. So to be collecting people's emails, to have, I can't even, there's like all these different, and maybe I'll write it up instead of waiting until our next call, but I've got all the steps to exactly what you can do to kind of drive more business to your site. So anyway, I'm going to go, I'll just end up talking about the whole thing, and we'll be here another hour, so I won't do that to y'all, but I'll make some notes and share them on our group page so that y'all can see them. I know you're ready to go, right?
Nope.
Yes, you are. So
Yes,
does
I
anybody
am.
have anything that they want to talk about, or want us to talk about, or any comments or anything like that before we go?
Bonnie wants to know any heads up on incentive trip or reunion.
Predictions for next year. All I know for the incentive trip is islands. That's all I know. And we'll know that all, I guess, at reunion. I don't know anything about next year's reunion either. I still have notes from these calls since you started. That's pretty cool. Oh, thank you. It's been a crappy year. I know it's been. My heart goes out to you, girl. I know you've had a really tough year, so thank you for always tuning in. You're always here, so that's awesome. I will share the notes, Penny. I will. I don't know. Maybe I should do a separate. I'll do a video Or maybe I'll go live in the group because y'all may want to ask questions. I don't want to leave anything out. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'll do something. I'll share this because it was really good information. I mean, for me to take that many notes, it was kind of a big deal. So, oh, and one other sales tip that I forgot to mention. I read this book. Gosh, it's been years now. This GoPro by Eric War, and I have had so many people mention it in these different trainings and stuff that I've been listening to. Just this week, these last 2 weeks. So I pulled it out to read it again, and I noticed I had all kinds of little notes in here, so it must have been pretty good, but I need to refresh. I'm always needing to refresh. But anyway, so if anybody's got this book and you want to talk about it, maybe we can make a post about it and talk about it. See what other tips we can come up with for sales for this month. The next call on the 18th. Actually, we were kind of just going back to doing them once a month, but maybe we will. What is the 18th? We might be able to do that. That's in a couple of weeks. We might be able to do that. Let me come up with a topic. Yeah, if you've got this book, read it. Let's read it, and then we'll make some comments. I'll start a thread. We'll talk about it.
Awesome.
You're gonna read it too, right?
I am. I'll start on it as soon as I get through with my milk and cookies.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, for sure the first. Oh, you know what? I say that July, the first Tuesday of July. Yeah, for sure the first Tuesday of July, but we might go on a little sooner. I go live. Yeah, we might do that. All right. If y'all don't have anything else, books of Brendan Burchard. I love Brendan Burchard. In fact, I'm doing a 5-day. I think I shared that in one of my groups too. I'm doing a 5-day thing from him. He's always putting out good information. So.
What? You're doing a 5-day what?
It's with Brendan Burchard's group. I don't know what I just did.
Are you leaving to go to something or?
No.
Oh.
No, it's just his video. He's always doing different things, so I don't know what I just did. I think I messed up. Oh well. Okay, well that's it, guys. It's almost 7 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and call it a night. But
Susan's having a fish fry.
Oh, where did you see that?
She ate fish the other day. Fresh catch.
Nice.
Yes.
I did see that.
They've been on the bayou.
I love you guys.
They've been on
love
the bayou.
You too, Bonnie.
Catching fish.
That's way cool. That's way cool. Okay, guys, we'll have a wonderful night and, keep doing what you do.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. We'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.